Alright, this is round 2 of the Ascension Tactics first World Championship ever before the game even exists. And I can't pass a Tyrannix, he's just so cool.
He is very cool.
The cool factor has wowed me. I have made maybe a mistake, but I did it anyway.
I am going to do... There's so many good ones. I'm gonna take a reactor.
Oh no, not that one!
Yeah, I was like,
I want to buy these constructs really badly and just feed my Tyrannix.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I will go for... Oh, this is a really great lineup. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to take the Hadron Smithy. I like having some solid 2s on my team, and I don't want to have few options later.
That's the other one I debated on. I had it last game, and it did well.
It can definitely do well. And it can also flop.
Yeah, I would argue that it won me the game there at the end.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so...
I won my game with cultists and just cultists.
I heard you talking about it in the lobby.
I could not in any way contend with his champions in a head-to-head fight, so I'm just like, wall of cultists, swarm the point.
I am going to... Let's see. The giant thing you bought and remind myself what it does before I pick.
Yeah, it's just got this really cool, when I equip anyone with a construct, I can use him that turn for free.
Oof.
And that's a 4 power rebate if I can keep constructs flowing.
Okay, I am going to go with... I may regret this, but I'm going to pick an Arha Sensei.
I doubt you will regret it. And then
I like them being hard to kill.
You've got several 3s, so I feel like you're... I'm almost building my same team from last time.
Oh no.
I literally have 2 of the same so far, and I think I'm going for the 3rd. I like the Mechana Initiate. I really do.
Oh, hi. Seems good.
And then just fair warning, I have a pizza on the way that'll arrive at some point during this game.
That's okay. I have a toddler that will inevitably yell at me, so...
All fair then, and totally okay. We'll make it within the time limit. I believe in us.
Yeah. I feel like I'm making mistakes here. Like, I'm picking all these 3s and no 2s. It's bad. But
You'll get the last pick, and there are several 2s.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Prime.
Alright.
Mostly because I don't want you to have it. I really...
Well, Prime was what I had as my... This would have been my team if you left me Prime. It was the same team. I'll take the Arha Templar instead. It's a decent stand-in.
Good. Oh, I like Spike Fix.
Until the Mechana Initiate flipped, I was going to go for the other Arha once you picked one anyway. I didn't care which one. I was happy with either.
Yeah.
Alright, what's going to round out your team?
Yeah, very good question. I feel like I need a 2, and I want something ranged, but those are all 3s, and I feel like I need a 2. I'm gonna go with Spike Vixen.
Spike Vixen's double attack is great at taking down big things. I probably would have went with the 2-fold misnamed Ascara right now, just because you could potentially command it for free occasionally, and that would really round out your 3 to 2 options with that. But the Spike Vixen can do some serious work.
Yeah, that's the other one I was looking at, but
You are first player.
I have a soft spot for Spike Vixen too in the regular game.
totally understandable.
Alright. I'm gonna look over here now. Okay. Oh. 5 buying. 2 activation. Speaking of my little one. Okay, I am going to take Cetra.
An extra champion on the team does not suck.
No, it does not. And then I'm going to activate my Spiked Vixen. And go there. And that'll be my turn.
Alright, so I have the 4 and for first turn 5 split. And I finally get to do a deck building thing on my first turn, so I'm going to start with the Void Initiate, and I'm going to finish with the Shade of the Black Watch, and we're going to see if I can make that work. It is not the most viable thing in Tactics compared to a standard Ascension, but we're going to see if we can make it work. And then with 5 power, that's essentially an Arha on one of my cheap guys. So a Hadron Smithy's going to go to the... Ooh, actually, I'm going to send the Mechana Initiate to the right side, so 1, 2, 3 movement off the portal. And the Arha can just charge into the center and control stuff, because that's what he does. And that's 5 power spent, 4 runes spent in my turn. And you probably have a 3-5 or 3-4 split for some odd reason.
Yeah, I got to replace an apprentice with a mystic.
And I lied a little, so it's a 4-4 split. Arha Sensei is awesome. That extra mystic is actually spectacular. Straight up.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so I am going to wait.
I'm a little surprised they renamed this Wrench Priest. That's familiar artwork, but not a familiar name. I've also never seen it before.
You said they changed what?
So this Wrench Priest, I've seen that artwork in the base game. I want to say it's a Valley of the Ancients card.
Gotcha.
And it did not have that name.
I'm gonna activate, I think, sorry. The child I mentioned is not happy.
It's okay.
Right,
They're still cute.
Yeah. She's not even a year and a half old yet, so she's
very cute and hasn't hit the terrible stage.
She runs, so it's pretty rough already.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate Cetra, and then I'm gonna come over here, and I am going to buy. There's so many things I like, but I think I'm gonna take the Templar Commander.
The thing I most want. I see how it is. You took what I most wanted. I see how it is.
I have to.
All right.
You're scary.
I've got 4 and 3 to work with. and I had all sorts of plans for how I was going to do this, and then a Void Initiate came out to mess with me. Because if I want to double down on Banish, I should probably double down on Banish right away. I was going to go for either the Wrench or the Control Smith if you left one. That Commander, I think, is better for your deck than mine, because I can use Tyranids free relatively frequently if Constructs come out. There's expensive stuff, so Control Smith can get me there. I'm going to do a Void Initiate. I'm going to have to debate about this Verdant Elemental because it can get me a Cultist right now. No, I'm going to stick with the first plan, and I'm going to do something goofy. I'm going to buy a Mystic. I bought a Mystic in Ascension Tactics for the first time ever, and people had to see that happen. I argued so much to get them to make it a 2 cost in the first place, and then I'm still like, yeah, I'm never going to buy that.
Nice.
Alright, I have 3 power to work with. I think I'm just going to... How much damage can Cetra put out? 4. And it can move almost to the kill zone. I'm just going to have the Mechana Initiate walk up and get me my treasure before something weird happens to him. And that is it. 1 power does me nothing. Let's see if I can get some decent draw order here.
Okay, I've got 4 and 3.
Yeah, this Wrench Priest used to be Brother Marius. I just looked up his name because I was curious. He lost his name. What's up with that?
Seems unfair. I always feel like I just wish I could move 4. Like, that's all I want.
I understand that.
I am going to...
Prime can.
He can, but not...
He's just not the one you wanted.
Yeah, he still can't go right now where I want him to be. I'm going to... I feel like I needed more 2s. I'm already regretting it. But it's
I have a
right.
knock on the door for pizza. I'll be back in just a moment.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going? Doing good. Good. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one.
I am back.
Okay. So I'm going to activate my Spiked Vixen.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get the Verdant Elemental.
Command the Cultist.
A Cultist. And I think he's going to head this way. Then I've got 2 more. So I may as well command another Cultist. And I'm going to have him head in. Have him head in this direction.
Alright.
That's it.
I have a ton of options with this hand. So what I've been doing, just so I make sure this is clear, is I've been hitting play all, and then everything's technically in my hand until I choose to use it, if that's cool with you.
Yeah,
it's just
I prefer
way
that.
easier for the script.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have the opportunity to banish stuff from my hand, and I have no discard pile. So I have to make some critical decisions before spending things. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and get the banish online and get rid of this militia and get rid of this apprentice.
Okay.
And then I have 6 to spend. And there are all kinds of cool ways I could use that. Your Spike Vixen does what, 3 times 2 by default?
It does.
I think what I'm going to do is buy tan. That allows me to put one of my guys out on a forest. I'm going to put out the Hadron Smithy, and I'm just going to deploy him over here in your zone. And then I'm going to use my command banner to make him just go grab a treasure on your side of the field. Maybe I can get slightly ahead on the treasure game. You're still closer to the center ones than me. So, of all the ways I could have used that, that's probably not my favorite one. And that's power, runes, turn complete. Have at it.
I know, treasure matters, and now you're in my way. I can't just run my cultist over there and...
You sure can. It just won't do anything to a smithy.
Well, I can't. I mean, I can't run to the portal. I can't beat you to the portal now.
That's true.
You will murder him, I feel.
If you move that cultist up next to him, I will murder him and then move on to the shrine. And it'll be a good day.
Yep. Alright, so I have 3 and 4. Let's see what flipped over here. The champion ranged. That's cool.
That is very cool. That thing you were saying where you wanted ranged, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
It requires plenty of lifebound, but man, is it awesome.
Oh, but his ambush gives him ranged, which is cool right now. So, I am gonna buy that. I have 4. I'm not crazy.
You
Cool,
have 4.
Right, I'm gonna
Alright.
keep Spike Vixen range.
Okay, Spike Fiction has ranged.
I will activate him with, I don't think it really matters, but I'll activate him with my 2 I get at the start of the turn. I will move 3
Okay.
and kill your Arha Templar.
Yep, that is definitely enough to kill him because that's 3 twice and he has 5 defense. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and keep him in range by giving him some defense with that treasure I stole from you.
Oh my. Okay, fair enough. That seems wise.
It gives me that counter push when I get to command for free off of his kill.
You're ruining all the things.
I'm sorry, I can only do it so often.
And then I can command something for free. So I will command. I'm actually gonna put Arha Sensei out on the board.
Alrighty. I have a ton of cool choices with what I can do with this hand. But what I'm going to do first is use 3 of the apprentices to buy this Scrap Weaver. When I purchase the Scrap Weaver, all of your guys take 1 damage, which is lethal to the 2 cultists.
It is.
Then I see there's no 1 cost things, so I will use the Shade of the Black Watch on the remaining apprentice in my hand and get rid of him. And
this is fair.
oh yes, this is totally fair. That's my 3rd card banished and my 3rd banisher in my deck. And now I have 4 power to work with. I will command the Arha Templar to get revenge upon the Spike Vixen that tried so hard to just be a Manticore and toss spikes at a distance.
Yeah.
What's your password, Turtler?
The password is Ascension.
Alright.
And then with the free command from the Slay effect on the Arha Templar, I am going to move the Hadron Smithy back up this way. And 1 power left, no runes left. That is an end turn.
Alright. I have 3 buying.
Here, Shadow, have a promote so you can make yourself black.
Hey, Shadow, can you hop into... sorry, are you helping somebody out right now?
I am not. No, like, I was just watching this. I can hop into whatever.
Yeah, we have an honor shrine bug. Let's go to the lobby for...
Sure.
Alright, so I am going to... I'm gonna activate... Still have one treasure left, right? That's what that question mark is.
I have one treasure left in my hand. One surprise.
One surprise. Alright, I am going to activate my Sensei.
Alright, and now the shrine is being contested, and without power boost, the Arha's doing nothing about it.
And then I'm going to activate a cultist. Send him that way, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to send him that way. And then I'm going to get Searing Ascara.
Would you like the Mystic or Heavy, or would you like to pass it?
I will maybe regret it, but I'm going to take the Mystic.
Alright.
Over here being very envious of your Vanish. Right?
During your turn there, I had 4 different plans of what I was going to do with this hand. And I think the Morbid Hammer has swung it for me. So I am going to go ahead and banish an Apprentice from my hand with this Void Initiate. And then spend 4 on the Morbid Hammer. I have 3 power left. Hitting the Arha Sensei does really nothing for me. What's up?
Your cards are flipped over.
Got it.
I can't see them.
I see.
You can't see them again, too, right? Flipping it over doesn't actually help.
No, I tried.
Okay. Yeah. Like that. Like I said, that's a visual bug that happens in TDS sometimes. If we still have that problem, we'll just copy and paste.
Okay.
Actually, Turtler, can you make me black? I can't do it to myself.
You can't do it to yourself. Alright, so...
Nope.
I thought you could if I hit the promote, but I can do that.
Nope. Alright, don't hit enter, and I'm going to fix these cards for her.
Okay.
I'm just going to delete these. Okay. Tabletop Simulator sometimes is dumb. You should be able to see these now, is that true?
I can.
Alright, so that's what I'm actually working with and where I spent my 4 runes from. Now I have 3 power to work with, and I think I'm just going to have... If I step forward, Setzer's just going to shoot me. I don't like it. We're just kind of like ignoring this side shrine because if either of us moves forward, the other dies. You know what? I will have my Hadron Smithy take a sidestep and get me a treasure and lose me a point in exchange for that extra treasure. I will end my turn. I did some stuff.
Okay. Let's see. So, where's my hand? So I have 4 and 4. I can command something for free. I can command a cultist for free as well. I am.
That's your whole deck?
That's my whole deck.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's no shame in losing a game. Wow.
I don't know.
I have been very aggressively banishing.
Yes.
Spanish scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it can. I'm not doing a whole lot over here, so.
The first turn there were a Void Initiate and the Shade of the Black Watch out there. And then as she bought her card on the second turn, it flipped another Void Initiate, and I'm like, oh, that's dirty.
That is dirty.
Alright, I'm gonna command my cultist for free and move him.
Yeah. So,
1, 2, 3. Let's go here.
Okay.
Right,
Ireland, I don't know, but Turtler is our current world champion of Ascension.
Yeah.
And
She's properly intimidated. It's all good.
I don't know if you know, but I taught her. I taught her this morning.
Yes.
So yeah.
A little bit of a gap here. It's okay. It just means I have an excuse when I lose. I don't have to feel bad.
It is true. It's actually why I stopped bringing my own bowling ball to the bowling alley. Like, I bought my own bowling ball, and I was still terrible. And I'm like, you know what? I can't blame it on the ball anymore. So this thing stays home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Over here, like, who can kill this thing that's over here? And none of them is.
I was really sad that I wasn't watching your game, Megan, because it sounded like you had an amazing turn at the end of that game to
It was
crush him and get your win.
ridiculous, actually. I'm gonna activate Prime and send him somewhere. Let's go up here.
Alrighty.
And then I've got my Commander Champion for free. Or that was my Commander Champion for free. Now I have my 4. So I will command a... I should probably be tapping these. Sorry.
No worries.
Learned how to tap things this morning. That was exciting.
It's all good. It's 50-50 on whether I tap mine when it's just about to end turn anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so we played the game long before you had to tap champion when you attacked, like when you moved. So now it's hard for us to remember. That's the thing that we're doing now. I mean, the lawyers are telling me it's exhaust when you exhaust a champion.
Yes.
Exactly.
Then I've got 4, so I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna buy Infernal.
No, not my Templar.
I have to banish something. I can banish something. I played this turn, so let's go.
Alrighty.
I have to banish at least 1 card before the game is over.
Well,
Turner,
I have a
you don't
Void
even have
Initiate
cards left that need to be banished. No,
and
I
a
guess
discard, so goodbye, Apprentice. So I have, it looks like 5 to spend and 6 power to work with. And I built a Tyrannix deck, even though he hasn't come out yet. So I'm going to take this All-Seeing Eye, which is going to give +5 power to my Enlightened and allow me to command 1 for free. So now I will command my Arha Templar to come on over right in the center, so that way Prime can't pick up a treasure if he gets revenge, and kill your Arha Sensei.
Did you buff him? I'm sorry. I missed
Yes,
that.
he got a +5 for being an Enlightened champion, so he has 13 damage against the Sensei. He finally found a way to break the stalemate.
Did, unfortunately.
And then that gives me a Slay trigger, so that I can command Tyrannix for free. And he finally gets to come onto the board. Yay, Tyrannix. And then I still have all 6 of my power to do Occultist in both of my dudes. So Hadron Smithy will take a step. The Mechana Initiate will just go ahead and say he's going to die, but he'll get a point on his way out. Kill your Cultist. And then my own Cultist will probably start heading to the right, just in case I can do anything. You know what? Actually, let's send him up this way. Maybe he'll collect treasure for me someday. And that sounds like I did everything. I bought a big card. I used a bunch of power. Got a free command that got me a free command, so... Board state controlled. Back to you.
I have the most impressive hand.
Is it a starter? It's a starter? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So much
Hey,
starter.
here's one thing that I learned about deck building that people don't always understand. When you have a terrible hand in the middle of the game, it means your next hand is freaking stacked.
That's true.
I will take a terrible hand to have an epic turn rather than mediocre after mediocre.
That's fair. Okay, so let's use my 3 to activate Cetra, because that feels like a thing I have to do. And Cetra is just spinning wildly for no reason. There we go. And
Come on up, the water's fine.
I'm like double checking that he's 4.
He has 4, unfortunately.
I have 4, and you have. Oh, you still got
I got some surprises, maybe.
treasures over there, though. Okay, well, let's do it. 1, 2. At least make you move and hit me instead of hit me and move. And I will swing.
And I will keep him alive.
That seems right. And then how was that? So I have 4. I'm just gonna play cultist apparently. So I'm gonna buy. Do I really want that iron elemental? I don't know if I really do. I don't really want it, but it feels like maybe I should get it. So I can at least do something this turn.
You can try my cultist spam strategy from the last game.
I was just
If nothing else, it's very amusing.
Cultists, they are fun. Move them around. What could go wrong?
The scariest part about cultists to me are the slay triggers when they just feed off of your cultists and it's like, stop it.
And don't forget, Megan, you're allowed to attack and then move. You don't have to move and then attack.
Right.
So if you've got a ranged champion, you can test the waters out before you move on in.
Yeah, I couldn't hit him from where I was. He was far away.
Gotcha. Sure.
Yeah, I had to move up. So I get to command a cultist for free because I bought that.
Sure do.
Yep. And I just do not like your Arha Templar.
I know, he's in a really terrifying control the board kind of position.
He is. My 2 cultists can't even kill him. What are they? Let's see. I'm gonna move him up here anyway.
Turtle, are you currently streaming this?
I am currently streaming this.
Are you on a delay, or are you just like, I don't care?
I am not on a delay. I have just asked my opponents and their friends not to leak information and have an honor system.
Enough. Yeah, totally fine.
It's way more fun for the viewers if I just hope there's an honor system. Alright, so I'm going to hit play all and then I'm going to tell you how I'm activating all of this junk.
Okay, sounds good.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do is use the Scrap Weaver to command Arha Templar, and I'll have Arha Templar come up and be the bully that he is and hit your prime.
Ow.
Oh man, this turn's sick.
And now that I get the Slay trigger on the Arha, Tyrannix can come up and take control of the center for free. And I have 3 runes to spend, and I was very much considering one of these cards. And I think I want it, because there's some sick stuff I can do. I will take a Control Smith for 3, which leaves just either 4 power or 5 power, but I only have 2 cost guys, so I will Shade of the Blackwatch my militia that's unspent. And I will proceed to use my 4 power on a cultist and maybe the Mechana Initiate. Yeah, I'm going to have the Mechana Initiate jump over the center to pick up this treasure and make it so if you want to come shoot him with Cetra, you have to let me get revenge. Because you'll have to get onto a tree somewhere so that way you have line of sight. And now my cultist can advance, and I don't think he's in range of your cultist without a boost, so I'm okay with that risk. By all means, boost your cultist and kill me. Turn complete. Also, Shadow, you'll be happy to know that if you try to scale Tyrannix anymore, he explodes and becomes huge instead.
Oh, really? Hilarious.
So
I also found that the Tusk Rider, like I'm not the one that imported it, the Tusk Rider's too big and occasionally its nose goes into a scoring zone when it's not supposed to.
Oh, fun.
So I'm going to have to scale it down some more and then re-add it to the workshop.
I actually ended up doing this to Tyrannix last time, where I put one of these tokens on him, and I used this as my Tyrannix, and then on the last turn of the game, I'm like, wait a minute, the autos, oh yeah, because it doesn't know the Knight token is Tyrannix.
Yep.
I didn't miss any before that. It was the only time it mattered. It was just like, that was weird.
Yeah, it's mostly because so like we definitely have to scale them down. Like they're fun, but I just need to change their collisions so that they don't collide.
So close to being able to like do everything that I want to do. Not quite. Okay. Big beginning issue 4. All right. So I'm going to. Do some stuff. So all of my champions have +3 and +1 this turn. +3 fighting and +1 speed this turn. And
that is a very solid effect. I like it.
4 command power. And I'm gonna fly. This carrier. Sorry, I'm doing math over here.
You're perfectly fine, and I see all the math as well. You have lots of options.
Yeah. So I really want to kill your Tyrannax, and I'm trying to figure out if I can. And I can shoot him.
You have several ways to do it.
Yeah, I could shoot him with Cetra, and that would do it. But then there's this Mechanic Initiate over here, which I think I can also deal with.
Cetra would leave him 1, so you'd have to poke him with a cultist to finish him off.
Oh, how big is he?
He's got 8 defense. He's terrifying.
Yep. I mean, Cetra does fun things.
Oh,
anyway,
she did 7.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
not bad. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Cetra with Searing Ascara is certainly terrifying.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Arha Templar has 5, and Max is 8. Cannon she has 4. Okay, so I think I can do it. Well, I can't do it with Tyrannax, but I can do other stuff, so it's okay.
Yeah, Tyrannax just unfortunately is, unless there's a ambush power, which you do have 6, so I guess there are ambush powers. You can do it potentially.
Well, the ambush powers only buff Void and Mechana, though.
But they let you command another person for free, which could be a cultist, to just run up and smack him in the face, because they have a +4 movement.
Yep. If you have a way of activating a cultist. Where is that Iron Elemental? Where did it go?
So I think what I'm going to do, though, is my cultists right now hit for 5.
They sure do. They're pretty hefty.
It can take out the things that aren't Tyrannax. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Alright. So now... Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to activate a cultist with 2 of my command.
Okay.
And send him here.
Bye-bye, Arha.
And kill Arha. And
Arha
then,
is dead.
Can't control the point this turn unless I use Cetra.
Don't forget the +1 movement on your cultist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you could kill the other cultist and then control the point. It would leave 2 of my champions, though.
Kinda want to kill your Mecha Initiate instead.
Totally understand. And actually, you could do it from there and tie the point at least.
Let's do that and kill the Mecha Initiate. And then I will come over here and I'm going to buy the Arbiter, which lets me command something for free.
Sweet.
Which is going to be Cetra, who I'm going to send...
I would just low-key recommend as far from Tyrannax as possible.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you can pick up the treasure. And treasures are great.
They can absolutely swing games.
they can. All right.
Oh, so you chose to send minions out to murder things?
Yep.
Did.
Oh, because the other way would have exposed Cetera to a retaliation. That's fair.
I think.
I guess that's it then.
Looks like it.
It was a solid turn.
Alright.
Remind me when the game is over, and I will talk a little more about that turn if you don't mind.
I actually screenshotted it because I assumed like there's a lot of different directions you could have went, and yeah, I wanted to talk to you about it afterwards as well.
I am going to use my Void Initiate to get rid of an apprentice in my discard, and it appears to have not done so. So I'm going to make it a card, then I'm going to drop it in the thing. There we go. And you know what? This might be a little strange, but I don't think this Mystic is needed anymore.
I banish Mystics all the time too when my deck is super.
I felt bad buying it in the first place. Now it's gone, I feel better. And yeah, really ironic is my Morbid Hammer could help me get rid of yet another card, which means I'm probably going to do my purchasing power first. So you knocked all my stuff around. I don't like that.
Oh, knock some of the stuff around. She left you a nice little Tyranax.
Yes, yes.
Probably should have killed Tyranny.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip Tyranax with this thing. Now that he's been equipped, he can be commanded for free. I will command him to kill the cultist that he is adjacent to with his 12 damage to the cultist's 1. I assume that is a very dead cultist. I will take my Slay trigger on an apprentice from my hand, and then I will use my movement on Tyranax after the attack to pick up this last treasure. Then, so he's done his thing, I will spend my remaining 5 runes on a Conduit Monk, which will allow me to command for free as the ambush. And I will command this cultist to take a step, kill your cultist, and clear. In fact, just in case, I'll have him step even further from Cetra. Clear your cultist and control the shrine again. I still have 2 power from my command banner unspent since everything has been free thus far. So I will just send another cultist towards the killing fields. And I am done.
Pretty good turn there.
That was quite solid. My deck
wasn't
getting so thin
expecting
is
to
really
win this
terrifying.
one.
What's that?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to win this one, but I was hoping to be doing a little better than I do.
You could not control that opening.
Yeah, all the banish, all of it.
I mean, I guess on the first turn you did have a chance to buy Void Initiate, but the stuff was so shiny, I don't blame you for not doing it.
Yeah, I was like, one
if you had
banish card is
a 5 buying
fine.
turn, it's hard to go for 2 2s instead.
Especially when there was a Cetra, it was ranged like I wanted. Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. Alright, so this time I do have 7 command. I only have 2 buying. Don't really want to do that. Okay. I got 7 command in. I can command for free. That's good. A little late, but it's okay. So I'm going to Max is even bigger now.
Yes,
So all my
he just
things.
needed to be bigger, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. This, no big deal.
If it weren't for the fact that I know the size tools break on him, I would make him slightly bigger every time he got a thing. But I'm not going to break anything.
Alright, so I'm going to activate Prime. Go this way. And then I will activate Cetra. Move 3 that way. Then I'll use my free command to move. Who else? Let's do Reactor Monk. Okay, and unfortunately, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit play all and show you what I've got to work with. And what I've got to work with is a ton.
You still have apprentices left. What's going on there?
I think those might be the last 2. I did not hit search on my deck, but I'm reasonably certain they're the last 2.
I mean, I don't lose until you've banished everything, right?
That is true. Until his deck, right? Well, he gets an achievement if he can win with 5-card deck. So we're gonna see.
So I'm gonna banish an apprentice with the Void Initiate. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use Voided. No, I need it. I need to play it first to get the runes. I am going to buy the Land Talker. I think that +1 actually matters to me. And then I am going to... Which one do I want to do it to?
Also, you might want a Lifebound thing for reasons.
That's really the reasons. It's Emery, let's be honest. I'm shooting for the Emery, nuke the field, and it's over.
Yep.
That is my way to get back at your Cetra. I will put this on the Arha Templar, which will allow Tyrannix to command for free. And I will just move Tyrannix further away from your stuff and slightly closer to Cetra. I don't think that's going to matter, but maybe I'll regret it in a minute. That was my free command. No actual attacking from him. Then I have my Arha Templar for then just 2 of my power. And I will have him run to reinforce this stupid Hadron Smithy that might have got himself in a little deep. That leaves me 4 power left. Hadron Smithy's fine. Mechana Initiate can come back out to play. He doesn't have any boosted movement, no allegiance, so he'll just go there. And then my final 2 is a cultist. And you know what? I don't particularly care about where that one cultist is. If you want to run up with Prime and get a Slay Trigger, it's more than happy to me. I guess I'll just move the other cultist up into the center, possibly into the firing line. We'll see. Things. I'm going with it.
Don't think my Slay Triggers have any constructs. So.
Well, that also matters if there's nothing to work with on it.
Yeah.
All right, all you.
Josh, your hand is 5 apprentices. How is that even possible anymore? It's so weird.
I don't know, man. It's crap.
I don't know how that happened.
Right. So
I might take you up on your have a 5-card deck challenge.
I'll do this. I don't know why my stuff spins like crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna go.
So it's spinning because you're holding Q and E too long. So you have to tap Q instead of hold it.
Okay, gotcha. Right, so,
and then any of your cards are fair game for that banish.
Yeah. 2.
Can she banish one of your cards? Can she banish Tyrannix?
No.
That's what I want to do.
I kind of rely on Tyrannix at this moment in my life.
I'm so close. If I had one more, then I could have bought Emery just so that you couldn't. And that would have been funny.
Mean, there's good reasons to buy Emery, and just because you can't is certainly in there, but...
but I have 6. So I will instead... I feel like... Yeah. I'll instead get rid of one of my apprentices.
Bye, apprentice. You weren't good enough.
Yeah. They rarely are. So I get a free cultist. I've got 3 command, and I've got 5. I'm actually going to get the Keeper of Secrets.
That's a
Mostly for
solid
the
choice.
treasure.
Get that treasure. So you'll just have to hover over this treasure bag and type 1 and then wait for a moment. It'll take a second.
Okay.
There it goes. And then you'll have to probably flip it to find out what it is.
Right. That's a thing.
They often are.
So now I get to command for free. Your axe is just so giant. So I think he's just gonna get left alone for now. Can't deal with him right now. Instead, I will do my free cultists. I will move Prime first. And he is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Contesting the point, and the Hadron Smithy can't kill him without a double attack.
And then I'm going to send. I'll activate Reactor Monk as well. Send him here.
Okay,
So you're sending help. I'll send help, I suppose.
fair
A
enough.
little late. It's okay. And then my cultist. That's what I'm forgetting. Go that way.
Alrighty. Might I offer my condolences on this round in advance?
Yeah, I figured.
Because
It's okay.
this is a brutally stupid turn. I
Most
have
of
a
yours have been.
Void Initiate and a Shade of the Black Watch. I'm going to banish.
The whole deck.
I actually am. So I'm not just going to banish this Apprentice. I'm going to banish something I never thought I would banish in my life. Tane is gone. Bye, Tane.
Hold on. Let me look at your deck. Is it because the last two make money?
Yes.
because the last
Yes,
two
it
make money.
is. And then I play my Conduit Monk, which allows me to draw a card. And no matter which card I draw, I now can acquire Emery.
Seems good.
And that's exactly why I got rid of a 4-power guy, because he could not make me money with my current hand arrangement. I acquire Emery, which allows it to deploy as an ambush adjacent to an enemy champion. Oh, I don't know, maybe here? Then I will use 2 power from my command banner to deal 7 damage to your Reactor Monk. Got any secrets, or is he dud? Emery will go ahead and do a move at the end of that attack to get back to the shrine. Then I will use 2 power.
Hold on. Real quick, though.
Yes.
Before you move it, you dealt how much?
I dealt
Sorry, you
7
dealt
damage. It was possible to save him.
Okay, no, I'm not going to save him, but I am going to break that.
Alright, so that is 6 damage to Emery, and Emery has 3 life, so I would need a +4 defense to be able to stay alive and keep my combo, and I just so happen to have a +4 defense. That was a very good call, though. That would have neutered all of
Has damage been dealt yet?
No, not yet. So basically, it goes back and forth.
Yes, you can totally boost his damage and kill me with that, and you should.
Correct.
You absolutely should. It
Making sure I still
hurts me a
okay.
bit.
Alright. So
Alright.
there.
Very good. So Emery died in the strike back, and I lost one of my critical defense things, and I only killed the smithy. You managed.
But you did only spend two grand.
Correct. Which means now I have to follow up with the Shade of the Black Watch and command my Hadron Smithy to walk forward and kill Prime. The Hadron Smithy only does 3 damage. Well, actually, I guess 4 damage because the Land Talker's in play. But he has double attack because I have acquired a card of cost 4 or greater.
Yep.
And then bye-bye Prime. And then I have all sorts of stuff left to do. There's just no money in it. I have 3, 6 power because I spent the command banner. And I will use 4 of it on Tyrannix to do 1, 2, 3, and eat Cetra really hard. That is 12, 13 damage. And then with my remaining 2 power, I have just enough. My Mechan Initiate has his allegiance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can end my turn controlling 3 shrines, and you need to knock me off all 3 of them.
Well,
I get to limp it home.
Right. It looks like Scoopsville, but
it is.
Oh,
I have all the money.
all the money.
No reason at all. So
this cultist runs home with the power.
he does.
Yes, actually, that's great. I run home.
That seems like the perfect use. I'm gonna buy this and pretend like it might matter. I'm gonna destroy all your constructs on your.
Probably Tyrannix because he's a jerk.
Just because I can. Yeah. I have 1 buying left, and I'll put Spike Fixin' out so I can say I had a champion on at the end. And then I think I'm done, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Good games, guys. Good game.
And then,
Wait, can you get your deck down to 5? New plan.
I could maybe have, but I just hit intern to find out what the final
You
score
totally
is and
could've.
submit.
Yep, you totally could.
Do you count my construct? I think my construct actually was going to keep me at 6.
Nope. I think constructs in play don't count. It's
Okay.
in your hand and discard, hand deck discard. So
If the constructs don't count, then I have a 17-point 5-card deck.
I will give you the achievement.
Oh goodness.
I apologize for the one-sidedness of the opening row because that was quite a brutal start.
My only regret is that this is recorded, so that it exists forever. But it's fine. I'm just.
Yeah, there is no one that will blame you for any of it. Although we should talk about the Cetra turn. Let's talk about the Cetra
yes.
turn.
So
Yeah,
I guess Shadow's
after,
going to say
I
the
probably-
same thing.
I would say I probably should have moved Cetra over and killed Tyrannix with it in the cultist.
Actually,
instead of
it's
the other
way
one.
better than that because Cetra was like right here or something like that, or maybe right here.
Something
and
like that. I
Had
don't remember
4
exactly.
movement because you had already played that boosted move card. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could have shot my Tyrannix, my Templar, both of my cultists, and then you just had to move a cultist off, and that would have wiped all of my stuff with 1 attack.
Oh my god, I forgot she attacks everything in range. That's
Yes.
just straight up, I forgot that
Literally
happened.
could have
I
wiped
am
my field.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Attacks all enemies in range. So like, I was just like, so I went away for a second. I came back and I'm like, interesting. Cetra has ran off to a corner. All right.
Yeah. I've never seen her before and just completely forgot that was a thing.
It probably would have been
Yeah.
inconsequential in the end, but it
It
certainly
wouldn't
was
have
an
mattered.
epic turn.
But it would have felt great. Yes.
It would have felt good, yeah.
It
And
would
I
have
would have
felt
had some
super
points.
good.
So, yeah, that was really bad. I have no,
Well, it's just you're not familiar with the cards, and you played this game like twice now. So like, whatever.
yeah.
But now you know Cetra is ridiculous. Cetra is so good. That's why she has the line that she can't equip constructs. Because you can put a construct on her, and like she is just totally oppressive. Like, oh, sorry, you don't get to put anyone on the board.
She just kind of
moving
hovers by your base and says, "Put something out. I dare you."
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't expecting to win against you anyway, so now I have knowledge for the rounds that maybe I can actually win. So we'll just we'll count
Chalk
this
that up
as
as a learning adventure win.
And this
Yeah.
is called the Swiss Gambit, right? You take a loss, so you're in the easier bracket.
There you go.
And that's, now you just have smooth sailing straight to the
Here's
top
the
four.
other nice thing. Given the number of players, there will almost certainly be a tiebreaker for the 2 and 2 status, and the 3 and 1s will almost certainly make it through. The primary tiebreaker are the strength of the opponents that you played against, so you'll be getting a very good tie-breaking thing from me.
That's
well,
very true.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
maybe
might
this
end
is
up 2 and 2
the
myself. It's true. Maybe you'll be my tiebreaker.
Maybe I'll
There's
just
still
vote.
more rounds. and now it'll be the people who are having the best day. So that's why Swiss is fairish.
Are we playing
So-
4 rounds or 5?
4.
4